Nice. So 38. I'm trying to think what correlates with this abduction happening now with everything else that went on. Why did this one take so much longer than what the average time takes? Was it just a coincidence that this one took much longer? Or is it something to do because it looks like if I'm looking at the clock right, it looks like the abduction this one happened like an hour after that first tower defense. The TD1. So it could be that you can't get abducted for like an hour after having completed a different quest? Question mark? More interesting things to keep note of. I'll definitely mark that down as a thing I noticed. Or a thing to keep a lookout for. What I really need to do is get an abduction earlier, like in the morning, and then later on in the day around this time, then test to see if it takes longer again. Been like so out of PP this whole time. Excuse you, Mr. Deacle. Alright. So this needs to be austere. And this needs to be Umbra. It's this time. Oh yeah, and I need a 250. Forgot about these. Woo, good job, everyone. Sometimes lucky. Rip. Rip swag points. Whoops. Yeah. The abduction is so hype. Bam. infinite fire, infinite fire. All garbage. Not a single cube this time. Nothing from this guy. Whoops. Oopsies. Aw, I was hoping to get a parry off of that. I just got lots of tech PA discs this time. Oh, is the Shironia EQ coming out? Not Magatsu, but just the planet. The Harukotan. 'Let me check this disc. Aha! Checking the disc rewarded me. Oh shit. I almost got eaten by the guana. Let's see, I think I can, Alright, Sloth, gotcha. Whew, that was close. Should be out soon. This will be good because then we can see if takes more or less runs again. Because if it happens again, then there's clearly something in place that's around this time, or because of like maybe EQs or something popping up. I'm actually gonna grab these Dimates. I think there's some Trimates too. And there's two right here, and yeah, there's some Trimates. Just in case I suck. What a douche. I ran all the way over to him and then he jumps away. Come on, let me... There we go. I want to scratch the back of your neck. I still have that 250 on, right? Yeah. Four slot unit. 2 4-slot units. Come on down, Mr. Zesh. Or you're Mr. Rig, huh? Ninja Turtles seem pretty, like, proper to me. They're like gentlemen. Oh shit. Ran out of stance. Get back here. Put the stances back on. Alright. Where was I? Oh yeah. They seem pretty, like, royal, you know? Like, they're like pretty upstanding dudes. Like, they seem like proper gentlemen. I think he should properly be named, Mr. Shreda Esquire. It was so slow. It just takes practice. If you're talking about Gurren canceling, it's just practice. It's just from playing. Entirely all it is. Didn't drop a single rare. He heard me talking shit to him. He didn't like the way I thought he was proper. He's a savage. Uh-oh. Sees. As a force, I have to walk. Oh yeah, that's true. You do have to have. You have to have Braver as either your main or your sub, and you have to have a katana to be able to move with the Gurren dash. Big kappas. Yeah, I could see that. Where did the Did the other guy just not drop anything? Did I already pick his shit up? I blanked out for a second. I guess I already picked up his shit. Mr. Shreda Esquire. He's my dude, bro. Alright, got the 250 on, and no umbo stick. Lego. Wow, I dropped a lot of shit. Boom. This is the first. It's been kind of a slow day. Oh, rip. But I still got like 2.5 hours till I gotta go to work. So I should be able to get another one. Or 1.5. Yeah, it's like 1.5 hours. I should be able to get another one. Look at all this shit I dropped. It's nuts. Is this mod? Is that a 5-slot mod? I think it dropped too far away. Nope, that was a 5-slot mod. I am the best clone ever. I dropped myself a 5-slot mod, a 4-slot mod, and all of these spheres. Was that special weapon from the clone too? Might have been. Shit. Guess I gotta tech everything. Really quick though, let's take down the stats. Abduction stats. Let's see. This is gonna let me do it. Bam. Alright, perfect. Alright, so let's see. So today's the 12th. It took 38 runs. Time, I don't know. It was like an hour and a half, I think, worth of time attacks I put into it. Nope. Oops. See, even on the days where I'm not, like, thoroughly where I'm, like, doing EQs and shit, like, it still only takes, like, 19. I think it just might be random how many it takes. I don't know if there's actually a correlation between it or not. Although, I don't know, because I don't know exactly what the thoroughness meant on that day. I guess I should keep track of that. What exactly I mean by thoroughness. Party 1 0. Yes. Did I die? I don't think I did. What are we plotting? I'm just taking down all the stats for these abductions because I want to see if there's an average. That's 38. Didn't I? I had this, right? 5, 10, 15. That's 30. 38, yeah. I put down 38. Then clones. One more clone. And one more drop shit. Boom. I can clear that. Alright. We got 2 decently slotted mod pieces. Let's see if we can get the trifecta with the attack buff coming back up. The trifecta. Sometimes lucky. Sometimes lucky. Oh yeah. Pay no heed to the things that make me money. Whoops. Yes, untech. Thank you for reminding me. I was going to forget that for sure. Shot. Alright, let me whisper Celeste really quick. Gonna untech this mod real quick. Then I'm ready when you are. Smiley. I don't know about this lobby. I don't like that. I don't like that. It's too pink. You can't tech shit. You can. Is this it? Oh. Is this it? They can't drop partisans, right? I think the only weapons they can drop are like the tower defense weapons, which should be swords, wired lances. I don't think they can drop fists. They might be able to drop gun slashes, I don't know. Doesn't look like it. I think they can drop bows. Yeah, they should be able to drop bows. They can definitely drop TMGs. It looks like a word. It looks like a... I mean, we could... I mean, for today it can be a word. You don't craft and don't have plat account, is it worth to desynth? I think maybe. I don't know. It frees up storage space, and if you don't have a premium, if you don't have like the premium benefits and whatnot, they freeing up the inventory slots can be pretty clutch, because I know that's a big thing if you don't have the premium. Elder, it's not worth anything. None of these are worth anything. What are units? It's just a term this game uses for armor. Alright, this is, they can drop one, so this, if it's one, you lied to me. There is no mod. There is no mod! I keyed. Looked like that one came from him. None of these had mod on it, right? I'm a little worried now that I missed it. Although none of these are weapons that could drop with mod on it, so should be fun. Vendor all these. I don't see any mods. What do I have? Oh yeah, that was my support partner. Boom. Oh yeah, put this away. I don't know about that one. This is not worth shit. Maybe. I don't know. No. Keep it. Definitely not. I have too many of those already. Definitely a keeper. Pet. Put this away. Sort by level. It's got to go through and break down all the discs I've been saving. Boom. Alright. Okay. Ready. Whenever. Anything else up? Nothing ever sells. You are already here waiting for me. It took 38, but I feel like whatever's in the system that makes it take forever, like the past couple days, was active. So this might take less runs, hopefully. Oh yeah, anyone else you know wanted to come? Auto run active. Oh, I accidentally hit the button. I love this song. Do 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 do. Big. Alright, no problem. Hell yeah. What other kind of EQs are going on later? Where's my phone? Wait, hold up. I don't need to go to the website, I can just click on my calendar. What's today? The 12th? Nothing until... I'm probably not even going to be able to make those. Lero. Got the attack buff, so we should be good to go. Oh. Gotta switch these back. Alright. No interruptions. Just got to, get the abductions. No more random EQs that I could possibly be doing. That guy's being a real dick. Hell yeah, good luck. 60 element, you mean, right? Yeah, it's a massive damage increase. Possibly the biggest damage increase you could get other than just, like, getting a different weapon. Rip. That suck. Oh, hell yeah. Level 60. That'll put you... Should be able to... I don't know if there's any breakpoints for that. I think super hard is 50, and extra hard is 70. And be like halfway to extra hard. Find another weapon if you're cheap. If there's one to buy, I'm not sure which one I should get. What kind of weapon? Sorry, I forgot. My memory's terrible. I forgot. If you said already, I don't remember. Was it the rod? Or the tallies? All that discussion earlier? Oh yeah, needs to be marked. Go. Alright, stop blocking. Thank you. Alright, well this wave got completely fucked. In all forms. Wow, holy shit, this wave right now. Crits aren't like in any other game. They don't do extra damage. That's why. At least not unless you're spec'd into a thing that makes crits do more damage. Otherwise, they just make you do the maximum damage. Like, rather than having damage variance on your attacks, it just does the maximum hit. So unless you're crit capped, it's really not worth it. And even then, it's not that much of a damage increase because the damage variance is only like 10%. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's a weird system. Yeah, pretty much fighter. That's about it. There are other classes that have things that like give you more crit, but fighter's the only one that really like benefits from dealing crits. Yeah, I used to play WoW, like, every other game. Or, I mean, I played a lot more than WoW, but every other game, crits will do, like, some kind of multiplier damage. Not this game. Not this one. Let me try to scoot my chair forward. My back's hurting. Ew. Did I still have mates in here I need to grab? Yeah. None of those, though. Rip. Deuces. What's his debt? 4. I don't have my Photon Blast because I'm bad. Sure, I'll use it. Oh, would it get good enough at crafting to make something for me around level 50? I think you can use a red weapon at like level 20 or 30, I think. Red weapons are really damn good for how easy they are to get. But if you wanted to craft it yourself, it wouldn't necessarily be about time, but Meseta, and then it'd cost a mint to unlock all those crafting levels to craft it yourself. But you can go up to the Visiphone and like request crafts from other people. Red weapons drop from I think they drop from very hard content. I know they drop from very hard advanced quests pretty frequently. I don't know if they drop in anything else. Otherwise, they're actually, under 50k on the Visiphone. If you wanted to buy them. The only expensive thing about making them is the, if you don't have challenge miles, the only other way to unlock the potential on them, which is the main, damage thing on them, the only other way to unlock the potential is to use the Photon Booster. You either have to unlock it yourself with Photon Boosters, or you have to buy one that's already unlocked, and those will cost a lot. Because the Photon Boosters you can only get from challenge miles, which you get from doing challenge mode. It is exclusive to very hard. AQs. Good to know. I suck. That was like the rookiest mistake in the world. Switching my palettes too soon. Give me 1 second. I think I saw you type of thing. A rod with 700 T attack. Well, the T attack matters, but there's like a lot of other factors on it to determine damage. Like what kind of rod is it in the first place? Like in other games, like I'll just use WoW because it's the one that I'm probably most familiar with outside of this one. In WoW, it was like I'd be playing like a rogue, and I'd be using daggers, and it didn't really matter what dagger I used as long as it was just whatever one had the highest stats on it, right? This game, very different. Weapons change their like damage and like usefulness from weapon to weapon like very heavily. Like a red weapon, I think I might have a few. Yeah, like red rifle, these are only 7 stars. They are way better than anything you can well, maybe I'm making too broad of a statement, but these are much better than the majority of the other weapons you could get from 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, possibly most 12 stars even. It's just the specific difference in the weapons is what makes the damage on weapons. I think a lot of newer players aren't as familiar with that because they're used to. I have X thing, I just need to get another one with higher stats on it. It's a Haze processor? I have no idea. Alright man, sounds good. Have a good one, dude. Thank you for the follow. It's a Haze processor. I have no idea what Haze processors even do. And not to talk it down, but likely if I haven't heard of the name of it, it's probably not super great. I think I might have some in here actually. The name sounds familiar. Is maybe in one of these other storages. I guess I got none. Probably the easiest and like cheapest one to get that is really good damage are red weapons. Or select 12 stars. You'd have to like look specifically. Oh yeah, I need to tally that up. You'd need to like know, or there's only like specific ones that are like that. As Circuit Breakout, the wiki says it increases the damage of my Photon Flare. Photon Flare is not very good in the first place, so that's why. Like the damage or the unlock on the red weapons is just flat 14% more damage, like just way better. That's why they're so good. Is because you can craft them up to being really high stats because of the crafting system, and then you can unlock the potential on them, and they get another 14% damage for just having rank 1 latent unlocked. What do you mean, what no? What are you knowing about? Like Photon Flare? Eh. If you knew how it was compared to other stuff, you'd know it's not good. It's been a long time since I played anything with Force, though, so the specifics on it, I can't tell you. I can tell you that it's meme material for people that use it. This guy just die. There we go. Alright, so we're at 8. I still have about an hour. May actually try to get a couple extra minutes before I have to go to work. Just to chill for a little bit longer and make sure I'm not late. Because I've been like a couple minutes late every day this week. Because of this shit. Probably upset with me. This guy. You don't have names for... I don't understand. Oops, I suck. I'm really fucking bad on this wave today. I've just been trying like new shit to try and get it faster. See shit like that. And just keep fucking up the wave. Well, I don't know what you... I mean, sure, I know the page. I don't know what you mean by they don't have names. What are you trying to look up? Yeah, you don't craft... There shouldn't be names. It's for the rarity of the weapon. Doesn't have additional skills and benefits they have? What additional skills and benefits are you looking for that you'd think would be there? Let me look at the link really quick that you put. You might be looking at the wrong section. You're looking at the right section. What are you missing? No. That I think you misunderstand what the crafting system does. Here. Boom. Okay. Crafting system. Let's say you've got your red weapon. Red weapons are 7 stars, so they'll fall under this category, right? You start at level 1. The level 1 craft replaces all of the stats for the weapon and replaces them with this. When it's at base, it's going to have this much T attack, this much S attack. When it's at +1 grind, it's going to have this much, blah, 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 blah. Then when you get level 2, it increases those stats a little more. It basically replaces the stats on the weapon with sometimes better, sometimes worse. Like, generally crafting 7 and 8, 9-star weapons is going to be a damage increase. But crafting, like, 11 stars will usually be a damage loss, because it replaces these stats that are actually higher on the weapon in the first place. So it's not always better to craft a weapon. But for, like, this kind of stuff, when it's, like, lower rarity, it's a much easier way to get a damage competitive weapon than to just get lucky and find one or something. When you grind it to 10, let me see if I can... Equipment lab. Equipment, no, I want equipment lab. Grind item, yeah. When you... Did I not explain? Did I explain the thing? Oh well. I'll just use like the red weapon as an example. So 7-star red weapon starts at +0 when you first get it, right? It just doesn't say anything. It says red, whatever. When you grind it once, the success chance is going to be 100% for the first one. It looks like it's going to be 100% for the first 2. And then when you try to go from +2 and grind it +3, that's when it uses this 90% and 80, blah, 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 all the way down. There are items that will change these success rates. There are items that will change the risk involved. Because once you get to higher risks, there's chances for the grind to not only fail, but then it will go down a grind level. Like if say you're at +7 and you fail it, there's a chance that instead of it staying at +7, it'll go back down to +6. When you get it to 10, it'll be 10 with no latent unlock, That's when you use the other option in the equipment lab for unlocking the potential on it. It costs like a couple spheres or something, whatever, I don't know. It costs some amount of materials and you unlock it. And then in the area on the weapon where it'll normally show the affixes, now it'll show the latent. It'll be in yellow text and it'll be level 1 of whatever latent you unlocked on it. Unlocking that latent then resets this grind back to 0. And so then you have to grind it back to 10 to get it to the stats that I had before. Then if you want to get the next level of the potential unlock, you have to do the same process. You unlock it, it goes to level 2, and it resets back to 0. That's why when you talk about, or when you see people talking about weapons, they'll say plus 40 sometimes, because that means you grinded the weapon to 10 and unlocked it 3 times, and then once the third final potential is unlocked, you grind it again to get it that plus 40. And it will look, the potential on the weapon looks like this yellow text. Level 3, level 3, level 3. Do I have any that's not level 3? Oh no, I don't see any. That's that. When you grind a 10, you unlock the pot. Yeah. Sorry, I read your thing twice and I thought it was a new thing. Yeah, that's how the grind system works. You can buy weapons that are unlocked like that, yeah. You can buy weapons up to a rarity of 12. 13 stars you have to find, or in some way purchase. Either through collecting like materials that the NPC needs, or just through some other way. It cannot be bought through the Visiphone. At least not yet. No way. Oops. Ah, rip. If you're crafting the weapon, there should definitely not be a difference in T-attack. There's no way a haze processor, even at plus 10, is higher than a crafted weapon at plus 10. It should be an overall stat increase. You'll be fine. You'll get it there. 7 stars are pretty easy to grind. I mean, if you look at that table, like, probably the worst are 12 stars. Like, those odds of making it plus 10 4 times, it's pretty awful. Like, you can easily spend like 3 million on unlocking one of those to plus 40. Like, no problem. Even an 11 star, you can easily spend like 2-3 million. It can cost a bit, for sure. Nice thing is, once you got it, you got it. It'll never, like, decay or anything like that. You don't have to, like, sharpen it or anything. There's no durability in this game. For better or for worse, there's no durability. I'm sort of a fan of a durability for equipment, but it's just me. Shit, I missed that one. Oh, hell yeah. I've never played a Final Fantasy game, so... I mean, none. Not the MMO, not the JRPGs, nothing. So, may do that just to see what's up. Full show. Thank you for the follow. Oh, come on. That puts it at 10. Oh, hell yeah. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Just never played it. I can explain a little easier after this run what the jet boots are for. I guess I can sort of explain it right now, but there are certain weapons, or there are certain, like, within a category of weapon, there will be weapons that will come with an ability on them, if that makes sense. At least that's the term that I use. Is that like, regardless of if I have Bouncer's the class that uses jet boots, right? The normally to use any of the photon arts for jet boots, I would need to have either Bouncer as my sub or my main class. Otherwise, you can equip them, but you just can't use anything on them, right? There are weapons that will come with, like, a photon art quote, like, on them, where regardless of if it's on your main or your sub class, you can still use that one photon art. And so for the boots that I have right here, the built-in photon art that comes with them is called Strike Gust. They don't actually have that many photon arts, so... Or for jet boots, I mean. See, I'm not... Neither of my class is Braver or Hunter, but I'm still able to use this Strike Gust move. All of the jet boot abilities have like an extra action to them, where when you hit shift, it'll do like extra stuff like that. Like normally it's just an extra hit, something like that. Normally the attacks are like that, but if you hit shift, then do a bunch of extra attacks. And when you use Strike Gust, the extra action on it is that it uses Shifta, which Shifta is this game's damage buff, pretty much. It's like the short-term damage buff that you get. See down here in the bottom, this little arrow bit up. Attack boost. That's what Shifta gives. And so I'm able to apply the attack buff to myself before I go into the time attack. Why did I get banned? I really don't know. I don't know. A bunch of trolls reported the shit out of me for clearly what I am not. They, according to the email, I violated the spam, scams, and other malicious content. Seems pretty legit. So I have I sent them a email. I think I need to increment this again. Yeah. I sent them an email to try and get the ban appealed. Or, like, review it to see the legitimacy. So until then, I'll be on this. I don't know. Hopefully they can, like, remove it, because clearly I'm not violating that section, or any section, I don't think, of their terms of use, terms of service. Just a bunch of people, just a bunch of haters that don't want to see me. This is my main? This is my main. If you mean my Twitch account, it doesn't exist anymore. You literally can't go to it. It does not exist within their system. I came home from work because on my phone I saw I got an email from Twitch. I thought it was some junk email because it said your Twitch account has been banned, and then it was actually from Twitch. I turned on my browser, went to Twitch, and instead of it saying my name, like up in the top, it said null. And then when I tried to go to anything, it then said that I was banned. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously I'm going to say that I'm not a bad guy, right? Like, what does that mean? Like, if I was robbing a bank, I could say, I'm not a bank robber. Like, that doesn't prove anything. But, apparently there's a decent amount of people that are against me, exposing that there's no abduction cooldown for being abducted. I guess they want the proof of that to not exist? Completed. And so I'm really hoping right here that I get abducted before I have to go to work. Because then I can save that as a new highlight and then upload it to YouTube and then I will have that proof forever. Because YouTube does not give a fuck as long as you don't break copyright. They do not give a fuck. They are way too big of a website to care about small channels. Abduction is what I'm doing here, where the Darkers will like take you instead of running this time attack. There's like, it's to go into detail for why, it's probably a little like overwhelming. Like it's more of like an endgame thing. I don't mean to like try to sound patronizing or anything, it's just probably, if I explained it, it'd probably be more confusing than helpful. It's just that, like, the stuff you get from it is valuable. That's a very quick summary. The stuff you get from abductions is, in general, very valuable. It's worth a lot of money. People want it. And it isn't like it's the biggest benefit of what comes from it is that it's not specific to a class. Every class and every class combination wants what comes from it. So not only is it valuable, but it also sells quickly. The idea is that if I keep running this specific quest over and over again, that eventually, instead of the door opening up here, this like yellow gate, instead of it opening up, the whole like camp ship starts shaking and like sirens go off and junk. And that's when you get abducted. Because you're like, instead of leaving the camp ship, they like attack you. A lot of people have never, or like, there's a decent amount of people that have never seen it. I think it's a pretty cool thing, pretty cool experience within the game. Yeah, right. If I remember right, the first time it happened, I was like, "What? This is sick." That was a long time ago. I don't even remember it. Just my guess of what my reaction was like. Well, that was actually pretty close to being a new record. If it was a cleaner run, that might have been. What was that, 43? It's not bad. 3 seconds off. Come on. Yep. Yeah, right. I wish it was that easy. Instead I have to farm this hellhole. This hellhole that gives no drops and no loot. It burns my soul the way it gives me nothing. The time attack itself, you get nothing, but the abduction itself gives a lot. Yeah, they give like some amount of Meseta. I don't know. It's like it like almost pays for the drink. Or maybe, like, covers the drink, almost. I don't know. Something. Let me see. Okay, they give you 2,700. I think the drink costs 1,200. Positive 1,500. So good, so good. Yeah, the abduction is like so valuable itself that it's worth spamming a thing that gives nothing. If that gives any weight to How good the abductions are? Yeah, right? No profit, ever. You should definitely be dead right now. No, I suck. Can I clean this wave up any? It's not looking like it. No, that was almost swag. I missed the weak point on the one, the other one jumped past, or else I would have killed both with that Gurren. Rip style points. That puts us at 16. I have about 15 minutes left. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this abduction. If I get lucky. Only way is if I get lucky. Or that. Oh, that not even giving my photon blast. Alright. There's no way. You should be dead. There's no way. No way. Alright, cool. Ah, where'd your weak point go? Oh, I'll get it, but rip strats. NA strats for sure. Oops. Boom. Hey, we got lucky. Hopefully you weren't gone to miss that. Say be right back. Hopefully you came back in time. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Another abduction. That one only took 17. That's actually a record. That is a record for fastest abduction. I believe that was, Oh god, I'm gonna get shot by missiles. I think that was like... Oh god, my stances. My stances! Yeah, I've been trying to keep track to see if there's any like, if there's any like, if anything like affects the chances of being abducted. I've got like a spreadsheet that I just keep down like how many runs it takes and like what I was doing and junk. It seems like right around this time, or like somewhere between, I don't know what it is, JST, but it's between like, oh, he just died. When I can only think right now in Eastern time. It's any time between like 2 o'clock and like 5:30 Eastern. There's something in that window. Shit, I thought I had my umbo stick out. Well, something between those hours will like affect your abduction chance, because that one only took like 17, but from the data that I've collected, the amount of time attacks it needs, or the amount of time attacks it takes to get abducted is it tends to be around the same or very close to the same number every day, except for when I do abductions around this time of day. So there's something about this time of day that affects your chances of being abducted. My current thought is that this is about like roughly 12 hours after servers usually come back up. And so I feel like it might have something to do with when the servers came back up. Something about like that's the time of day that their system will like reset the abduction amount that it needs to be abducted or something like that. Cause like I'll get like in like half an hour I gotta go to work, right? So there are days that I'll like be spamming the time attacks and I'll have a lot of runs in and I don't get abducted before I have to go to work, and then I'm just sitting on 7:30 JST. Gotcha. Well, there'll be times that I'll be like sitting on a lot of runs or after I go to work, and then I'll like log in later that day or like in the morning the next day, and I'll get abducted like as if seemingly as if it keeps my sorry, I need a drink of water. I've been talking a lot. Whew. Alright. It seems like, well, I'll like wake up and do the time attacks later, after I get off work. And I'll get the abduction as if like nothing happened, like it seems like it keeps the abduction risk. And so I feel like it's around this time of day that something about the system will like reset or change. Could be an abduction quota that it fills, yeah. I've noticed that it's like the more you run, from what I heard when I started running these, is that it'll like build up your risk of getting abducted. And so like the more you run, the more likely you're going to get abducted. But something about that time of day, maybe it's like that's when the system changes when or how many time attacks it needs to get abducted. Maybe that's when your abduction risk actually resets, because I've never tried keeping my abduction risk for multiple days in a row. That's something I've never done. Because I have like a schedule, or I've given myself a schedule for how long I want to take to get a Darkbringer title. I'm almost halfway there. So only like a month or two to go, roughly. I'm still just trying to collect as much data as I can from the abductions and see if anything stands out as a correlation. And then I can, like, I don't know, write some guide about how to get abducted. And then I'll have empirical data to back it, so no one can dispute me. Damn, well, welcome back. This is an abduction. You missed the what's it called? The, like, warning sirens and junk. But I'm gonna try to save this as a highlight, put it on my YouTube as proof for the 2 abductions in a row. So you should definitely be able to see, if you haven't seen it already, you should definitely be able to see what that gate looks like when you get abducted. Yeah, I'm currently at 112 abductions. 2 in a row. Cause like, there's this like, I don't know if you'd call it conspiracy, but there's like this myth that you can't get abducted twice within 72 hours. People will say that there's this cooldown where it locks you out of being abducted. To be honest, I don't know. I have 2 very different trains of thought of where that myth came from. One is a lot more insinuous than the other. The other is just sort of like what I would naturally think would be the reason. The natural reason, I think, is because probably just not that many people are dedicated to run a time attack that many times in a row, and so instead of proving or disproving that you can be abducted twice in a row, they just say, oh, well, that's way too much effort, there must be a cooldown, or something like that. Some kind of dissonance to, for if they don't have the type of, dedication to get 2 in a row. The other train of thought I had is is that there could be, like, this is gonna sound so nuts, but it's the only other thing I could think of for why there is this myth that exists, is that there could just be a bunch of people that make a shitload of money off of the stuff that you get from abductions, and they just wanted to spread that there is a cooldown so that nobody else would want to run it, or no one else would try to get more than 2 abductions within 72 hours. Sounds nuts, I know, but I mean, it's the only 2 things I can think of for why that kind of myth would exist for so long. Can you only have it from that one time attack? No, it's any time attack can do it. It's just that the time attack that I was running is the shortest one, so I can get more time attacks done to get abducted quicker. Rip. Rip style points. I want to try and get that, though. I am the master. Oh, not again. Ah, rip. I just got wrecked. That's what I was thinking. I don't want to, like, I'm not, like, my first thought isn't to just, like, immediately, like, blame people for, like, spreading a false myth to try to, yeah, you know, like, it's possible, but maybe I'm just too, I just believe in, what the fuck am I trying to say? I just don't think it's as likely, but possible. I have no idea. I have no idea how I would even go about proving that in the first place. Proving either of those, really, because I have no idea where the myth came from. I heard about the myth after I started running these and after I got abducted multiple times in a row. So I never heard about an abduction cooldown until I've already experienced it myself. Or experienced the lack of cooldown. Yeah. The main thing that I'm trying to get from these, the ret fodder, that only comes from the super hard difficulty time attack. It only comes from the super hard abduction. Otherwise, the very hard and lower do not. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, there could have just as easily been someone like me gathering data, and they just saw a correlation that made them think there was a cooldown. Like, I've had all sorts of theories I've suggested and then have been completely thrown out the window. It's just because, like, I'll gather more information, and then it's like, oh, well, that clearly could not happen if this did. So I just need to go back to the drawing board. So it's just as likely that it was someone else's mistake. The only thing about it that really grinds me is, like, take my one friend, for example, Doki. He like always wanted to run shit with his friends, right? Like mod farm and junk. But then, like, he ran with me and got abducted on super hard and completed it, and then we did it again and completed it, but everybody else thought that the myth was true. And so then they wouldn't run with him for farming the abductions because they thought he was locked out. And so they essentially kicked him out of the group for whatever period of time because they thought that myth was true. And so the biggest thing about the myth I want to prove is that it doesn't exist. There is no cooldown, just so that that kind of shit doesn't happen again. Because that sucks, right? And it's nothing against either party, it's just the misinformation. That's the real thing that I don't like, is the misinformation. Yeah. And so hopefully if I upload this and save it on YouTube, then I can link that to anyone who ever wants proof of 2 abductions. Will this guy die? There we go. Dude was taking a beating. I just got another cube from him. Those are just my support partners. Alright, I got my 250 on. Good to go. No Umbla stick. Not using Umbla stick. Still collecting samples for that. Why not feed mag? Well, once you have the mag maxed, the only thing feeding it does is let it use its abilities. And the abilities aren't always significant. Yeah, right? My mag's getting way too fat. Way too fat. I need to run around for a bit. Try to drop some weight. Or float around for a bit. Let's see. Money! Oh yeah, here's that. 5-slot mod unit. Holla! Sometimes lucky. Let's see. Let's pull up. Is it? Pull this up. Hell yeah. It's super nice. That's pretty much just profit, because I don't even think I'd use that as a fodder for my Brett set I want to make. Alright, let's see here. Is that positioned right? There we go. I don't want full screen. There we go. Alright. We got second abduction. This one took 17. See, this is the kind of stuff like, look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Like, these 2 days, around the same amount of time attacks it needed. These days, around the same amount. These ones, there's a little bit of difference, but still not what's the term they use for that? Not a statistical difference or whatever. They're similar, right? 3 in 1 day, yeah, that was a pretty good day. But see, this kind of stuff makes me think that there's got to be something around that time in the system, because then this same type of thing happened on, where was it? This day. Look at this. It took 27. This was with a party, because I went. I did 10 runs, or where is it? I did 13 runs by myself, and then someone joined me, and it took another 14 to get abducted. But and then like the next one took 56. So there's something in that time frame of the day that affects your chances of being abducted. Possibly removes any chance of being abducted. I have no idea. Something to look out for, though. Something that I believe I believe it has something to do with that time. It might not, because I don't really run them at any other time except now, so I don't have any data for that. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now as far as my current theory of how it works. Thorough? I'd say that was pretty thorough. I didn't really do anything except run the time attack. 1, 0. I did change blocks, I think. I think I did for checking something. I don't know. I did not die. And then I got another clone, and another one also did drop some shit. I'm trying to collect data also about clone drops. Right now, I'm testing the clone drops with the 250 on. So I'm trying to get 50 samples of each. So I'm doing 50 clones with the 250 on, but with no Umbla. And I'm only tracking if they drop anything besides the spheres or money on the ground. If they drop like a disc, or they drop a weapon, or if they drop a unit, then I'll count that. And then once I get 50 samples of this, then I'll start using the Umbla again and see if I get more or less, or if there's anything like that. Then once I get this, I'll make another one, and I'll do clone drops without a 250. See if that does anything. Because my own personal thought is that there could be a way in which the game counts the spheres as a rarer item when it rolls like what kinds of items drop on the ground. Because it might count the spheres and the crystals as rarer than like a weapon or a unit. Because, yeah. So I want to test to see if that shows up at all within data, like collecting samples from clone kills. So that's another little mini project to work on at the same time as this. But yes, as to abductions, so I'm going to probably chill and then go to work. First I want to update this before I forget. This needs to be 14. Almost halfway. Yeah, I also noticed that same exact thing for the capsules. If you use a 250, you get more pyroxenes. You don't get more capsules, though. And I noticed you get less capsules, because I think the game will count the pyroxenes as rarer than the capsules. And so it will like give you pyroxenes in place of capsules. I've also had the same exact thought. So that's another thing to test for another day. But for now, I gotta go to work. So thanks guys for watching. Everyone is still here. I should be back at it tomorrow as usual, around noon my time, Eastern. I try to start around then, but sometimes just with my schedule and whatnot, it doesn't always work out that way. But again, thanks. Gotta go to work. I'll see you guys later.